That's our man. 5 minutes after 9.
He's riding solo today. Wait. Armed escort. 30 seconds behind.
Anthropoid sounds like a science fiction film, but it's actually a real-life story about the two men sent in to destroy and eliminate one of the worst Nazis ever. Played by Cillian Murphy and Jamie Dornan, I wanted to talk to them about what they had to do to get a feeling for what it would be like to be Czechs in that era.
Still need more than 30 seconds to escape.
I think you kind of have to immerse yourself in it as much as possible. That's really your duty, I think.
How do you do that?
Well, yeah, there's various ways. I mean, first and foremost, we had to master as best we could a Czech accent, you know, and then you read as much material as you can find, and we shot the movie in the Czech Republic, in Prague. We were visited that church. We spent time in that church. We saw the bullet holes. We saw.
Must be quite eerie.
It's profoundly affecting,
but
yeah.
totally, invaluable to the experience of making the movie. To have been there and been the church particularly just has a very lasting effect when you know that that's where they, had their final breaths, and there's still the bullet holes in the wall, and all the exteriors that we shot were the real church, and just to have access to that was we were very fortunate, actually.
To what extent are you guys still in the moment?
Well, that's what, like when you ever do work with kids, like you learn so much from them.
Yeah.
It's just so fun thinking.
That's very Stanislavski too. He said, watch the children.
Well, exactly, because it's just at play, you know what I mean? It's hard. I think, luckily, myself and Jamie have quite similar sort of approaches. I'm reluctant to use the word method because I think it's been overused and it's kind of lost its meaning. But our approach is that obviously the focus is there very much during the work and during the take. But then I think particularly with a film like this and the subject matter, you need to have some levity in between. And the atmosphere has to be up. And there was a lot of, speaking of kids, it was a very family-orientated set. There was a lot of family around, and the atmosphere was quite light, and that was hugely helpful for us, I think.
No, totally agree.
Thank you for that, gentlemen.
Thank you. It's nice to chat.
I'm Patrick Stoner.
You're the most beautiful women in the room. Congratulations. But you fail to understand, this is not a night off for us. This is not some game.
Yes. Maybe overreacting.
Jan, take a look around.
Flicks with Patrick Stoner explores the craft and culture of filmmaking that enhance our communities for television stations and websites around the country.